Hi everybody, hope you had a great summer, but now it's time to get back to the action, Southland style. I'm Megan Clementi and this is Southland Spotlight. The 2013-2014 athletic season started with last week's soccer openers, and this week it cranks up even more as volleyball and football seasons begin. The 50th season of Southland Conference football shapes up to be another competitive season. Sam Houston State has won 2 straight conference titles and has appeared in the last 2 FCS National Championship games. As you might imagine, the Bearcats open as the preseason pick to win it all again in 2013.
A lot of experience, a lot of good experience for us, and I think we've got a lot of firepower back, so we're really looking forward to it, but I also understand every season's its own season.
But the Bearcats will have plenty of challengers, including last year's co-champions and the team that earned the league's automatic berth to the playoffs, Central Arkansas. The Bears returned 17 starters overall, 9 on defense, and look poised to have another great season.
Our players know this, that the recipe for success to contend for conference titles, you have to win at home. And I think you go back to 2010, before we put the stripes down, we have a 12-game home winning streak and have won 85% of our home games since we moved to Division I.
Ron Roberts returns for his 2nd season at Southeastern Louisiana and is looking for even better results. That'll start with transfer quarterback Brian Bennett coming in from Oregon to lead the offense. The Lions also return 9 starters on defense.
I know that there's going to be a little bit of pressure there, but it would be that way no matter where I was playing. If you're a quarterback, there's going to be a lot of pressure on you. Just every play you're touching the ball, and every decision that's made is done by you.
Stephen F. Austin returns the top passing offense from a year ago, and quarterback Brady Attaway is back to make it go again in 2013. If he can cut out turnovers and the Lumberjacks play better on the road, the fans in Nacogdoches will be happy.
Experience alone is going to bring a lot, and usually when you're a senior, you're going to play your best football. And so we expect him as a senior to play his best football. He's had a great offseason, he's worked tremendously hard.
The toughest team to score against a year ago was McNeese State, allowing just 21 points per game. Combine that with the 2nd best rushing attack in the conference, and you have a team that's going to be tough to play each and every week. Of the 4 losses a year ago, 3 were by a touchdown or less. It's just one of the reasons why Matt Viator and the Cowboys think they can challenge for the conference championship this year.
We lost 2 conference games by 1 point, which hurt, but we're approaching it. We got to keep doing things like we're doing them, but hopefully close out games a little bit better than we did last year.
There's no looking back for head coach Ray Woodard and the Lamar Cardinals. There are 15 returning starters, 48 lettermen in all, and another top-notch recruiting class. Now the Cardinals have to prove it on the field, and that's exactly what they intend to do this fall. Caleb Berry is listed as the starting quarterback, and his 3 top receivers from a year ago are back.
I think one thing I'm very proud of in the first 3 years, I think we've played very hard. We've played all the way through. And now we're experienced. This is the first year that we have 5 recruiting classes and we're playing on the same level field with everybody else. If we can play with that same intensity and that same effort, we now have some experience, we have some depth.
Change is in the air at Northwestern State. Jay Thomas is the new head coach, but he's more than familiar with the Southland Conference. He spent 14 years at Nichols, including 6 as head coach, plus 3 years as an assistant with the Demons. NSU will be looking to open up the offense a little more, but that could be complicated by the fact that either a redshirt freshman or a transfer will likely be the starting quarterback. And Nichols is looking to turn the corner after a pair of disappointing seasons. The Colonels have 17 starters returning, and that's a good start. Their improvement this year needs to take place on defense. It allowed nearly 39 points a game a year ago, and head coach Charlie Stubbs knows that number has to come down if the team expects to win. It all starts Thursday night as Northwestern State plays at Missouri State. Central Arkansas hosts UIW, and Southeastern Louisiana plays at home versus Southeast Missouri State. There are 5 more games on Saturday as Nichols plays at number 3 Oregon in a nationally televised game on Fox Sports 1. McNeese travels to South Florida. Watch that one on ESPN3. Sam Houston State hosts Houston Baptist in the Huskies' first game in program history. Lamar welcomes Oklahoma Panhandle State, and Stephen F. Austin closes out the first weekend playing at Weber State. Volleyball gets underway on Friday. 12 teams will be vying for the conference crown. while new members Abilene Christian and UIW begin their transition into D1 with partial Southland schedules. The defending regular season and conference champions from Central Arkansas are the preseason pick to win it all again in 2013. A year ago, the Sugar Bears took on the tournament title with a win over Oral Roberts.
It would be their first. It is their first. Central Arkansas, your 2012 Southland Conference tournament champions.
UCA has won 3 of the last 4 regular season titles and will be led by returning all-conference players Marissa Collins, Alicia Dietrich, and Jessica Nagy. They'll be tested right away as they start the season in Tucson at the University of Arizona tournament. The first 2 matches are versus Kansas and Arizona. After UCA in the coaches poll, Oral Roberts is picked second, followed by a tie for third between Sam Houston State and Stephen F. Austin. The soccer season has already hit the pitch. The first games were this past weekend, and it resulted in 6 wins on opening night and 6 more on Sunday. Defending champs from Stephen F. Austin have been tapped to defend their championship. And why not? There are 9 starters returning for the Lady Jacks, who set a school record a year ago by winning 17 matches and were undefeated in conference play. They're off to a good start with 1-0 wins over Rice and Texas State. Central Arkansas also won both of its matches on the opening weekend, including a victory over Louisiana Tech. Plus, UIW picked up its first D1 victory over Prairie View. That's just the start of our weekly visits right here on the Southland Conference Digital Network. Remember to get updates everywhere you go by downloading the Southland Conference app for iPhone, Android, and tablet. I'm Megan Clementi. Until next time, thanks for joining me on the Southland Spotlight.